This is my husband, Matt, and I am Cassandra Hartman, and this is our story. When I was 11 years old, my family adopted my brother. So adoption has always been a very natural, exciting part of my family and something I knew I wanted to do someday.
About 2 years into our relationship, then Cassandra was diagnosed with a tumor in her neck that had to have surgery.
They told me that they would most likely need to sever some of my vocal cords to remove the tumor. So I prepared myself for the fact that I would never sing again. What they did not tell me, and what I don't think they even realized, was that the trauma of that surgery and what it would have on my body would one day prevent me from being able to have children.
We got married in April of 2011, and then we actually decided in September of 2012 to actually start that process of starting a family.
After several years of trying unsuccessfully to have a baby and having one miscarriage, we finally decided that adoption was going to be the route for us. Several doctors told me to just stop trying to have children because it wasn't going to happen for us. And no woman ever wants to hear that. But what amazes me is how God had been preparing me for that moment since the time I was 11 years old. After we got all the steps completed and got on the wait list, we were chosen by a birth mom rather quickly. But unfortunately, that fell through at the hospital when she changed her mind. Then 4 months later, another situation fell through for us at the hospital. Then 15 months after that, a third adoption fell through. And at that point, we just decided emotionally we were drained, financially we were drained, and we simply needed to take a break. A friend of mine, she tried to encourage me by reminding me that us being on the adoption wait list or not, us being able to have a baby or not, none of that has any bearing on God's timing. His plan and His timing is unaffected by anything that we do or don't do. And while I know that, it didn't really feel like that at all in the moment. And in fact, on July 13th of 2020, so this past summer, I was having a woe is me day. And I'm sitting on the couch home alone, and I just started praying out loud and telling the Lord, listen, it feels like you don't want to give us a child. And I am not okay with that, but I need you to make me okay with it. You really have to get me on board with it because that's what it's feeling like, that's what it seems like, and I'm struggling with that. And I'm struggling with some bitterness and some anger, and I need that to go away. I need you to heal that in me. And if you do have children in our future somehow, I need a sign. I need something to renew the hope in me because my hope is gone. Matt's is gone after the 3 failed adoption attempts. We have no hope left, and I need you to give me some kind of sign. As I'm praying those words out loud on this very couch, my phone next to me dings. And I kind of glance down at it in the middle of my prayer, and someone at our church had anonymously sent us the exact amount of money we needed to get back on the wait list with just a note that said, for your journey to becoming parents. She had no idea that I was in that exact moment on that random day in July, sitting on my couch weeping, asking the Lord for a sign so I could have some renewed hope. And she allowed the Lord to use her to give us that hope and that sign. So she is very special to us. But it's just an incredible way that God kind of said, all right, let's do this. So I called Matt, and I was so excited, and I told him, and he's like, all right, well, find out what we need to do to get back on the wait list. So we did all the things. We filled out all the forms, and we, got all the blood work and the drug tests and all the things, and sent it all in on September 18th of 2020. The very next day, after submitting the packet of information on Saturday, September 19th, 2020, I was singing on the worship team at church, and one of the songs we were singing has lyrics that say, I've seen you move mountains, and I believe I'll see you do it again. You made a way when there is no way, and I believe I'll see you do it again. Your promise still stands, great is your faithfulness. I'm still in your hands, and this is my confidence that you've never failed me yet. And that song has actually been a little bit of a challenging song for me to sing in the last few years because there have been times, very honestly, when all these adoption situations were falling through that I'm feeling like God is letting me down. Of course, I know He isn't, but sometimes it feels that way. So that song I would sing and declare over that doubt that the enemy would try to put in my mind. So I would sing that song, and this is actually the first time that I had to sing the song on stage.
That very evening, Cassandra got a text from a nurse friend at the local hospital that said, there's a baby. It's in need of a family.
So my nurse friend let us know this baby needed a family, and there had been no process in place. There was nothing started for an adoption plan for her. So it was up to us to figure out who to call to get the process rolling. So of course we're excited, but also very cautious because of our past experiences.
And here we are, 8 years into this, we're still praying, and here it is. Is this the one? We don't know.
After calling every adoption attorney in Google, none of them would answer on a Saturday night. So we reached out to a lady who runs a women's ministry in town that we had met through Matt's prior job. And I just text her, shot in the dark, and she instantly called me. And I pick up the phone, and the first words out of her mouth were, "Let's get you a baby." This lady, Lisa, prayed with us over the phone, and in her prayer used the very words and said, "God, we know that you can make a way when there's no way." And it was just another way of God kind of showing off that this woman used the exact lyrics from the song I had just been singing that night in our worship set that means so much to me.
Now Sunday morning, Cassandra had to sing again at the morning services, so I kept her phone, so just in case we got, any phone calls or texts or whatever, so.
And I come off stage after singing at the 9:30 service, hadn't heard anything. Then I sang again at the 11 o'clock service, and I come off stage around 11:25, and Matt was standing off stage, and he's just looking very somber. And he just looks at me and he says, "You ready to go meet our daughter?" And I said, "Are you really?" And he goes, "Really?" He goes, "Get your stuff, we're going straight to the hospital." And of course I start crying, and by 12:15 we were holding our daughter. Still stands. Great is your faithfulness. I'm still in your hands. This is my confidence. You've never failed me yet. This is Thea Mae Hartman, and this is us.